Hi, my name is Curtis Cooksey from Acceleration Kart Racing, here to show you an Extron Pro Sprocket and kind of compare it to our standard aluminum sprockets. The Extron Pro Sprocket is made from a Kevlar plastic type material. You can bend it a little bit, but it's pretty stiff, pretty hard. The biggest advantage to it is that it's slippery. It's also lighter, but this Kevlar material isn't going to have the friction that aluminum material will. So it's going to be a lot smoother on your chain. Might not help that much in a high horsepower class like an X30, but it's definitely going to help in the lower stuff like kid karts, juniors. But it is sturdy enough to even withstand 30 horsepower. I've used one on an Rotax close to 30 horsepower and it held up pretty good. The only time you're going to damage it is when you drop a wheel. If you drop a wheel, misalign it, or run your chain too tight or too loose, this will end your day. That's the advantage to the aluminum. So I wouldn't recommend it to somebody who's not comfortable setting up their chain tension correctly and aligning their chain correctly. And then to the alignment thing of it, the standard aluminum sprockets, about 4 millimeters thick. Extron at the teeth is about the same as that. It's about 4 millimeters thick. The difference is right below the teeth, it's thicker. It's close to 7 millimeters. So when you go to align it, you're going to be about 1.85 millimeters off if you just line it up with a straight edge or with the laser alignment tool or even the Courtney Concepts rod alignment tool. So what you want to do is get it close as you can. You might even want to use one of those tools like a straight edge or something. And then keep in mind that it's going to be over to one side or the other. So you spin it with the chain on it, look where the gap is, and then tap it towards where there is no gap, because the chain will pull that direction. So you do that until you can get that thing centered, and you want to spin it frontward and backward, because sometimes the motor mounts are just a little bit crooked. So to get that thing just perfect, spin it forward and backward, make sure it's centered on the chain, and you're good to go. The other thing to be concerned about is hitting a curb or something. And what I would recommend is just get yourself the Acceleration Kart Racing, I think we call it a sprocket guard, or you can even put it on the brake side. But especially with these kid karts and smaller karts where this might hit the ground, when you've got this on there, it's going to take the brunt of the load, and there's nothing to putting this on. You just clamp it to the frame as close as you can to where the sprocket is, and you're good to go. You can do it right behind it, you can do it a little bit in front, but most people put it right behind the sprocket on the outside. That way when you drop a wheel on the outside, this hits before your sprocket does. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about on the Extron Pro. I think it's a great sprocket. We don't sell enough of them, probably because when people have problems with them because of the alignment or not adjusting their chain right. I think most of the failures that you see are because of those. With this, your chain lasts forever. And anyway, it's a good product. Thanks.